Okay, the game crashed. I don't want to. I don't even recall what I was doing. I guess leveling up characters. We will level up the people we start to adventure with. Um, I need to check the equipment though. That's something we really need to do. Just enough to see that the equipment we still have with us is more or less the better equipment we have. We have to get rid of the rest of it. We can't have all of this with us. Okay, the green blade. It's a well, it's a good blade. I'm not sure if it's the best choice at this point. 8.4. It's probably one of the better ones though. I think the Vanguard, the Mace might be better. Again, because the natural damage is sort of not all that tightly dependent on the weapon. So this would have less criticals but better armor penetration and better bonuses in general. Stamina regeneration in combat, for example. We'll try to keep them both anyway. Armor. You have a good armor. The shield might be better. Well, it's a good enough of a shield. Accessories. Liliana. I'd like to keep her using daggers. Olaf's prized cheese knife. Plus 15% critical and backstab damage. God damn. This just doesn't have any rune slots. So it's not going to be as good. No, I also need to check the armor. We've increased our strength quite a bit, so we should be able to get better equipment. The long sight. Plus 5% range critical chance. Pushback strikers, melee critical chance. We still need a better armor. I think I might want to go to dinner to see if we can make a Drake skin armor for Liliana. She has the crappiest armor. It's not even magical. It's tier 3. We're looking at tier 6 and 7 at this time for others, and a lot of them are magical. She has normal tier 3 armor. It just isn't good enough. If it had magical abilities, it might be executable. I could use another staff. This isn't good. It's still better than what Morgan has. Yeah, steel magical staff. Clear. Clear. Wait. Flawless ice. Usaris the dragon slings. No, darkspawn. No, dragon slaying. It's a good sword. I see no reason to try to start changing these. Ooh, better armor. Heavy infantry health. Ancient elven gloves, Viridian. Good armor and some spell resistance. Regenerate health in combat. Plus 15% to healing. Well, it's a lot better armor than what we have currently. And then some boots, maybe. Okay. Pure beach braid. And you. Normal sword and crow dagger. Maybe we could get another crow dagger for you. This crow dagger is a lot better than what he has now. No, we're going to give you that. Something else on the main hand. Bloodline, maybe. We don't have all that many great choices here. Still, they're better than what we have currently. Axe and attack. Terrible items. Ooh, the anti-even leather boots are actually quite good. Excellent. What's your armor? Leather armor, hardened, terrible armor. So everyone who's using light armor is in terrible condition. And that is it. So at least now the equipment situation is sort of settled. We can sell most of the crap we have.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Yeah, I'm sure I will be pleased. Holy shit. 131 gold axe. It's a assassin's axe. Strength, critical chance, stamina regeneration, critical backstab damage, and nature damage. It's an odd weapon. Is it a two? No, it's a one-handed weapon. Yeah, restriction arcane warrior. That's why no one's using it. It's the highest damage longsword with a solid selection of special magical abilities and 2 room slots. Definitely probably the best sword we have at the moment. I'll keep the interrupt spellcasting arrows. I don't think I'll be using them all that much, but if there might be a situation where it could be very, very, very useful, so I'll hold on to those. Yeah, I'm mostly just selling everything. If it doesn't have a magical property, it's pretty much gone. Heavy plate dragon bone. I'll keep that for the moment. Redcliffe Elite Shield. Willpower, defense, electricity resistance, attack. I don't know. Have to see. Okay, 79/120. At least there's some room now. Improves blood magic. Only usable by blood mage, so this is worthless to us at the moment. But it's very unique, so I don't want to throw it away. We would have quite a few potions too, which we certainly could get rid of. Death root extracts. We could make some poisons. At the moment, I'm not too keen on it. They'd have to be some kind of mage bane type poison, something really, really good. I'm selling these. I doubt I'll use these. They seem like components for some potions and traps. Yeah, very unlikely to use those. Anyway, that's our shopping done. 207 gold. And we're ready to go. We're going to go after some of the companion quests. Shale first.
Yes.
Let's back to the D-Pros. Not sure, well, Win,
Yes.
but who else? Well, Liliana for lockpicking, I guess. There might be a chance to use other people too, but I'm not too keen. It's a solid enough of a group, and I'm fairly familiar with what most of them do.
Indeed.
I got the Paradise Cross. Yep, so Orzammar. I'm hoping to find some crystals for Shale. Her equipment is not bad. But we don't have all that many options either. Willpower hasn't been her problem, so I guess mostly strength. Yeah, we need 18 dexterity to be able to progress there. I'll do it just to get the perfect strike. Massive attack bonus for moderate time. The reason why that is because I've looked at Shale quite often and attack hasn't been all that impressive. Usually it's over 100 with most of the guys. So temporarily being able to boost things, it would be very welcome. It's actually 96 only now because I'm providing a bonus with my main character. Could I add an ability? Target has high or medium armor rating, maybe. No, that doesn't quite fit. Hmm, I don't really care. So let's say enemy is rank elite or higher. Usability. Perfect striking. It doesn't matter if she misses against weak enemies. No one cares. So win. I guess it's the specialization that keeps hunting her. Yeah, that's fine. You don't know what the duelist needs. She could use strength. That's what I'm saving attribute points because I need to know what the good armor uses as strength. After that, we will raise strength to that and then dump everything to dexterity. It's not like she needs to decide that immediately anyway. We could also try to steal something with her. We should try to feign death. I'm saving talent points with her too. I guess notable targets. If we encounter them, we should try to steal from them. Ready to go. Cadash Thaig. Shale has dim memories of a bustling dwarven Thaig. I wonder if we can... Where the hell was... Okay, I'm moving to Carradin's Cross. I want to visit the mad dwarf here living alone. It's not here.
Got it.
Was it Orton Thaig? Yep, a rocks cave. I'm going to change things a little bit.
Why does the bard stare at me so?
I was thinking of writing a song about you. The statue with the heart of gold. Or something like that.
It thinks my heart is made of gold. It is stone, as anything else. Cold stone.
I meant that you had a good heart. It seems to me that you do.
And they call this having a heart of gold? Why?
Because gold is precious and shiny and a good heart is just as valuable.
Shiny.
In a manner of speaking.
My heart does not qualify as shiny. I kill, frequently, and not without pleasure.
You have had a difficult life. Deep down at the center of your being, you are a good person. I believe that.
Even though I have never demonstrated this aspect? How peculiar.
You aren't all stone, Shale. There is a person inside of you.
If so, it is because I ate him.
I don't really know what to expect from Rook. Should I expect anything? But I want to see what happened to him. Potential new loot. But nothing dangerous. Okay, let's see. Whirlwind. Hit a little bit of everything.
Let's see some
I'll do it.
Nice arrows. Well, they're greater lyrium potion.
Yes,
That
of
is
course.
valuable. We basically had the potent
Of course.
potions we made ourselves. Like to fight against a Hydra then drained quite a lot of my magical reserves because the fight simply lasts so long. The poison effect is causing some oddities.
No! Rock will not listen! Rock will not remember the warmth and the light and the food! I will answer your questions. Ruck has some things from the camp. Sometimes the webs. You give him shiny coins, no?
99 life stones. Deep mushrooms. Ground mustard cold iron. We haven't had any problems with the undead though, so that seems like a waste of effort. Yeah, I think I should have talked to the mother instead of him. Anyway, where's the nearest exit? I guess there. Either way, we're gonna have to run a bit. I'm not gonna go back to talk with the mother. I'll go into this Shale's Thaig, see what we can find there. Could I automate something? Yeah. Status. Ally. Health. Health lower than 50%. Use group heal. We have a heal when health drops below 75%, but if it continues dropping, I want to secondary heal to be ready there. We could put a regeneration somewhere here too. Basically, maybe ally health drops below 50% or 75. Use regeneration. Insufficiency. It doesn't really matter. Most of the loot we've gained is pretty much worthless garbage. It's not useless in any sense, but it wouldn't make much of a difference if we had it. Yeah, it's something like this. It's an okay item that we can sell away, but that's it.
Alright.
Okay, Cadash, Thaig. Without doubt there'll be some fighting here. Okay, we can spot Shriek, so Darkspawn. Is that again luck and luck and yeah. They're not quite up to par with a high dragon.
Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Do I want Frost Rock? No, I don't even want to take them anymore.
This is it. Cadash Thaig.
This is where you're from?
Perhaps. It may also be where I was found. These ruins are always overrun by vermin. There may be something noteworthy further in, however.
Herlocks.
Was this a home once? Did I live here?
Nothing too dangerous so far. Strange crystal cluster. Okay, let's try Warcry. Is that it?
All right.
Flawless fire. Critical chance, +4 all weapon damage, plus 22.5 fire damage. Very nice indeed. That's what I wanted. Attack crystals is not the problem at the moment, it's the armor crystal.
I'll get on it.
Duster level gloves. Drake skin requires strength 20 for gloves at least. Well, how valuable are these? Not super valuable. I don't know if they're even worth taking. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of options for us. Go forward, kill everything, sort of thing. A mystery. What is that? Crushing prison. What the fuck should I do?
Is that all you got?
All right. Ready. On your guard, Brett.
Darkspawn staff. Blood Gorge amulet. Large, flawless, natural crystal. Constitution, armor, nature resistance, physical resistance. I'm not sure if that's a great thing. There would be combination with this. However, the lightning crystal provides a better combat avoidance. This would provide more armor and poison resistance and physical resistance, but there are a lot weaker skills in general what lightning crystal provides. So I'm not really interested. Okay, would there be some kind of a decent combination thing? It is nature. Definitely a armor bonus of some kind. I mean a matching set bonus, but there's nothing to say what the bonus is. We'll give it a shot. It's not like I think Shale is going to be terrible now for some reason. More blood.
Ask me anything.
Some kind of a green sick glow to
Right
me now.
away.
Poison glow. Hello. Any serious fighting? No, probably no.
nothing. Whatever was once here is gone.
Defend yourself!
I'll get up.
Force our hand!
You're in it. Mercy for me.
I shall.
Why do this goddamn lizards here have lyrium potions?
As you like.
Yeah, lyrium, lyrium, lyrium.
Mm-hmm. As you like.
Even tiny wallets with money.
It's done. Right away. Mm-hmm.
I don't like this way of balancing things. I'm guessing it's basically a level-based income system. It doesn't matter what the opponent is at any point. I'm guessing it's easy in a way that you don't have to spend any development time in properly balancing things out. You can just use an algorithm or something like that. A formula determines everything, and everything's cool
Yes,
after that.
of
But
course.
it's not really. It works in the sense that the game is somewhat balanced, for probably calculated that at certain points you have a certain amount of money, more or less. But it feels very gamey. It feels like you're playing some crappy MMO instead of a story, properly designed game. It's not a big issue, but it's a weakness in the game. Let's put it that way. If you have other strengths to compensate for that, that's fine. But I at least consider it a negative. As much as I complain about inventory management, doesn't mean I don't want to make decisions about inventory. I just wish it would be fairly painless, or it would be easy to manage. I don't mind that I have to do some managing or choices about inventory. I don't in general like this, that there's tiers to these. That there's basically a template of different type of equipment, and as you level up, they just get a higher tier, but the same loot table is probably being used. It makes all of it makes them seem exactly what they are, just crap produced by a computer algorithm.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
There's no flavor in them, they're identical, all identical, there's no real effort put in there. I'd rather have only the items that are special like Merrick's Blade than this trash. They might as all be the same generic trash items. Why even bother having tiers with them? It sort of negates the joy of finding good loot too. I'm not sure if the tier of the specialized equipment is decided on the moment you find it, or is it always is the Oath Keeper always a steel blade, or if you find it later in the game, is it made of a silverite or something? Because it's I can't say that it is, but it's odd that all the early game items we basically get that are part of the original game are the lower tier ones, and the later ones are the higher tier ones. It's I didn't like it. It's I guess more suitable for a game like Diablo, where the entire game is just running on a treadmill with no point. But in a game where this is very much a tunnel run, where you run through an experience, I would appreciate at least some sort of a hand-picked elements would have been put in place here. It does compensate for the fact that you can play all these different areas in whatever order you want, but it also makes sort of the decision meaningless because they're leveled up to your level. So if you know that you get your favorite sword, for example, at a certain stage, you could avoid going there until you're a certain level just to get the highest tier version possible for that weapon. And it's sort of takes the fun out of the loot, in my opinion. There's no chance of finding really amazing things. You'll get what's appropriate for your level, and that's what you'll get. So, well, the good items you can buy from the shops being the exception. That's why I'm sort of I guess focusing on them and want to do the crafting and earn the money, because those items are really worth getting, and you can get them. They're good at whatever point of the game you get them. And they'll stay good. So very good investment opportunities. If you just can afford it, there's very little reason not to buy it. I do want to do that now, before we enter another major part in the plot. We're at tier 6 at the moment, it appears. So after level 17, so after a level or 2, we're probably at the 7th tier, which is, I think it's the final one. I haven't seen anything tier 8. We'll see. I don't think I'll buy all the good items, but I'm certainly going to buy quite a few.
What is your command?
We're not in any particular danger here, and Shale is pretty much immune to poison stuff, at least highly resistant. Chief Soccer Leader.
All right. I'll get on it. All right.
Okay. Win got a level up. Again. We could use a little bit more magic. That. And more willpower. Since she is a healer, I feel the higher mana pool is more useful. Mass rejuvenation. Rejuvenate alone is not good enough. Its cooldown is 45 seconds. Mass rejuvenation could be very useful. Cooldown 90 seconds, so you'll use it once. It's sort of a second wind ability, so if everyone starts to be on low on stamina, you can cast that, and they'll probably regenerate stamina quite a bit. I'd assume so, at least. We need a specialization for her too before I want to use the talent points. I could go for the anti-mage line. On the other hand,
Crawling with filth. Typical.
she doesn't do a lot of damage either. So buff healing machine. It might be appropriate to get some kind of attack ability, because in certain situations I would much prefer for her to be able to pile up on something on the enemy instead of just sitting there and trying to cast healing now and then. Oh my god. Queen, what are you doing? Light Queller.
Make his breath! Make him be praised!
Liliana has quite a high attack speed with the daggers, so if we encounter anything deadly, she can probably produce a lot more damage than our warriors can. We can just keep her in the rear of the enemy.
I'll get on it.
Individual attacks might not be all that impressive. What the hell is happening? There's an enemy there. Ah. Shriek Alpha.
I'll get on it. Can I get you?
Dragonbone. Tier 7. Strength 31. Okay, what now? Apparently north.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot to put in the runes. We had quite a selection of good new runes. Well, not that it'll make much of a difference, but
It speaks.
I don't want to speak with you. More gems. Two gold. We're reaching the end of this. It's not that big of an area, so I think we are.
I'm uncertain what I hope to find here.
Yeah, it looks like the final fight is upon us. Darkspawn, probably. Ogre Alpha. Win.
Ready.
Yeah. In the rear.
From me?
Pile of money. It's going down fast. Yeah, kill yourself. Okay, nothing too serious, and Leliana got the kill. Cadash Stompers. Tier 6 leather, medium boots. Strength 22. Very good, very good. Increased hostility. Yeah, not so good. This is definitely more of a tank type of equipment. Something for Alistair. Large Flawless. We have already one of those. Remarkable Boop. 6 gold. Flawless Ice. Flawless Natural. Okay, I think that might be better than what we have. Yeah. Double the constitution bonus, double the health regeneration in combat, and more natural nature damage. So, yeah. Death Thaig Shanker. Good dagger. Very good, in fact. Interrupt spellcasting too. Very, very good. Small flawless lightning crystal. Dexterity, attack, electricity damage. Not too shabby. Liliana, I think you are going to get a new weapon. Well, it's pretty much better dagger than anything we have, but Olaf Price cheese knife, I think it's time to retire that. So, weapon upgrades mainly.
What is this? This I remember. It has dates and names. This is to honor those who volunteered, those who became golems. And there is my name, Shale of House Cadash. Just as Caradin said. I remember now. I remember, Shale. That was me.
Yeah, you remember. That's wonderful.
Wonderful to remember being a soft, squishy creature of flesh. Perhaps. I will need to think on these things I have learned. Perhaps I will speak to it of them soon. For now, let us carry on as we have. I am listening.
Okay.
It doesn't have better things to do.
So, you're female. I had no idea.
I did not think it needed to be said. It has never told me what gender it is, has it?
I'm male.
Good for it. I am sure that to other creatures as soft and weak as itself, that would be perfectly obvious. The truth is that whatever gender I was is irrelevant now. I am a golem. I have no gender. It will not become an issue.
No. You're just cuter than before. Weird.
Right. I catch it staring at my behind and I will feel very awkward. Now, Let us crush something soft and watch it fountain blood. That is a girlish thing to want to do, yes?
Hail Bruce, plus 18. Yep. I doubt we'll have any troubles with Shale. Approval 100 and friendly. Perfect. But she, her hips sort of are feminine. If you look at her like that, I recall when the DLC came out first, a lot of people's initial reaction was a complaint about Shale's voice, because it was not what they were expecting. I felt when I first heard it too, it was, I guess my reaction was sort of the same. I didn't dislike it, but I was surprised what they went with. But when you learn about the was a female, a lot of things sort of click a little bit. How she talks about certain things and how she sort of looks and how she is. I can't really put my finger on it. And the voice sort of fits. It's sort of a raspy or adult female voice. Slightly altered, could be. I'm not sure who voiced the golem. But it has sort of a feminine quality to it. So in the end, I feel it's very appropriate. It's not what I expected, but when the whole story is told, I feel it was a very fitting choice. I guess we'll go to Orzammar. I want to talk to the Rock's mother before we leave. But that's one companion at least sort of done. There might be some interactions here and there, even discussions, but for the most part I think she's done. And with approval 100, that's fine. If it goes down for any reason, we can return it with gifts. I do want to talk to Garen. I think he sells crystals.
Have you seen mine? I'm only asking because you never know who's right. Best in the trade, you know. I worked the ore myself.
Tome of Physical Technique. I'm not gonna bother with buying those right now. I need to get small flawless, large flawless lightning. 10% chance to dodge attacks. Large flawless ice. Health regeneration and defense. Healing effects received. This would be a good one. But so is the lightning one. The 10% chance to dodge attacks is very good. You also can ignore missile attacks to a large extent. Electricity is fairly commonly used by the enemy, so it's not bad either. 10% to healing effects, easier to keep alive, plus 9 defense, so you're harder to hit, plus the 0.75 health regeneration in combat is not that big. This gives 4 health regeneration in combat, but in combination it might not be too bad. It does increase it. The plus 9 defense does make you harder to hit and you're easier to heal. I still think the 10% chance to dodge is better. And again, the enemy uses quite a lot of missile users, so you wouldn't have to worry about Shale getting swarmed by those. Mm, I'm buying the... There's no synergy though. I'm not sure how big of a difference that makes. I'm not buying these now. The equipment and book buying will come after we have made quite a bit more money. It'll eat up hundreds of gold, even if we ignore the equipment. And single pieces of equipment can cost closer to 200 gold, so...
I'm going to find Ruck now. I know I can save him.
Okay, so why aren't you?
I'm going to find Ruck now. I know I can save him.
You're not doing anything. Okay, I guess we'll end things here. We should have a lot of free equipment room. Not really, no.
I have thought about what you said before, Shale. About slavery.
It is profitable, so I am led to believe.
It is wrong. And it is no more right to make a slave out of a golem. I think no one understood how golems were made, Shale. Perhaps we should have suspected, but no one knew. Golems were like spells. Useful.
I am useful. I'm better than any fireball, that I'm sure of.
It's not the same thing. When this is over, I will make certain that the Circle of Magi knows the truth. Your people should not be treated as objects.
I have no people. I mentioned the slavery because I knew it would be bothered. No other reason.
But it still deserves to... You are a very perverse creature, you know this?
It almost wishes it had a control rod, no?
I don't consider that to be slavery. I guess it's a hard thing to imagine for a member of a society who has to sort of choose his own path even when they don't want to. Always choose what you want to do. So if someone chooses things for you, it's always bad, bad, bad. But I don't really see that it is all that bad. Especially for a creature who has specifically been made to do a certain specific purpose to fulfill it. I guess the problem arises at that point when, out of its own initiative, it starts to complain about position. It manages to express as a sentient being that it does not want to do what it is currently doing. Then we're at a proper problem. That's the point where I think you can't just ignore things anymore and move on. It doesn't mean you have to stop doing it, but you have to. You can't treat them as object anymore after that. A cost-benefit analysis. Is it really worth it? Are you willing to pay the price? And probably admit. Are you gonna play any conversations or not? No. Probably admit that at that point, if they want to revolt, they're probably totally entitled to do that if they're capable. Yeah, we'll. I'll sell a few of the crappier equipment away, and then we'll move on to something else. It's another companion quest, surely. Maybe we should go after Flemeth. I think Morgan said that that I would be facing a high dragon, so she's a shapeshifter as well. A lot better than Morgan.
If there's anything I can do, I'm sure you'll...
Vault crystal, flawless ice. We only need one. Flawless, clear. Flawless, flawless, flawless. Just have a few of these crystals too. Flawless spirit. We need one. Lord natural, we don't need any. Although we'll keep the clear ones just to have the options. And enchantment.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
Yeah, we had very good runes. Grandmaster Flame. Screw the physical resistance. Expert Paralyze. More damage or more... Yeah, I think we're gonna stick an Expert Paralyze to a lot of weapons. Liliana will probably go with us. Alistair could be very useful against Lemeth. Okay, +1 fire damage. I doubt fire damage will do a lot of against dragons though. I doubt the paralyzed runes work on a boss fight either, so... well... What about Liliana's weaponry? Grandmaster Flame. Expert Paralyze. +1 electricity. Journeyman Paralyze. Paralyze in there. She has paralysis. Spell resistance, fire damage. I'd rather take light. Yeah, we'll have to switch things around a bit. Anything else? Just paralysis. Yeah. We'll get rid of the rest of the runes. Everyone has runes. Donations to the allies, but now we're down. We have enough free inventory space, and I guess we're going after Flemeth. Possibly.
We are better with every step you take.
Runes for the circle. Expert rune. I have no idea if it's... what do you need to give for it to be useful, and when you can stop giving, I have no idea. Nothing to indicate any kind of progress. Not giving them money.
You are wise to invest in the effectiveness of your followers.
Yeah. Anyway, we're done. Wind's regrets. That would be, if it is, it's definitely in the Brazilian forest. Alistair's family, that might be an option to do now. Sword of Bearside. Ogun's Old Flame. Clement's Grimoire. He seems like the most serious one, at least at the moment. Her mother is basically trying to kill her. We're going to have to murderize her first. Yeah. This isn't going to be an easy fight. At least we're much better prepared than with the previous dragon, so it's probably doable. If not now, I'll still like to give it a shot. I think we can do it. We are at a very high level, fairly good equipment, fairly good spells, so... And Morrigan has not been part of our standard team anyway, so losing her in this one fight is not any kind of a handicap for us. So we're going after Flemeth.